Hi everyone, it's Vincent. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been quite a while. A lot of things happened on my side, but we'll come back into another episode later. For this new year, I thought initially that we'll make an episode about resolutions. Last week I wrote everything down, I have my script ready on my computer, and I thought today that I will record it. But turns out, I want to try something different. I will try to make this episode a bit different. I'm going to take a small risk. I'm going to try to make it as much as I can uncut. I'm not saying it will be perfect. And it will be quite a different episode. It will be a bit out of the blue. I initially had planned to speak about resolutions. You might know it, this is something that I particularly like, starting the year with new objectives. But things unfolded a bit differently for me today, and I would like to surf on this new wave, on this new energy. So this morning, I went to see a friend that recently lost her job. And of course, at first I listened to her, welcome all her emotion. It must be a time that is hard to navigate. The second part of me, the one I'd like to give advice, was here and wanted to jump on this chance and share some perspective, share with her that everything will be all right and that maybe turn out that it was actually a greater opportunity. But at that moment, it made me understand that in life, change is actually something quite hard and that we all have to face. And this is why I thought for that episode, it could be interesting that I speak a bit about change. I will embrace it myself as well, make a different episode than usual, and then I could give eventually advice on change. For that, there is 5 points that I thought about. I save on a short list here that I will try to bring during that episode. Tell me which one resonates the most with you. And hopefully after those 5 points, you will have a different perspective on change and you will welcome it. Change has to happen eventually. So let me look at the first point. Okay. So change is something that we have to face when we are kids. When we are kids, when we go into the garden or when we go into the park, we have this desire for exploration, discovering new things, touching new texture. But at the same time, we have that need for security. And this need for security is balancing the need for exploration. The further we go with exploration, the more we have fun, the further our need for security increases. A kid that is going too far away from his parents at some point will turn around and hope that his mom or his dad are still here to watch over him. As adults, we still have that need for security, but at the same time, we have that need for exploration. And change is the step moving from security to exploration that we all have to embrace. The second point I would like to bring is about caterpillars. For caterpillars, when they are going through chrysalis, they have no clue that they will become a beautiful butterfly. The chance, if I can say so, that have caterpillars is that when they are going through the chrysalis phase, they are stuck. They are not into motion. They just have to embrace this state and hope for the best. As adults, whenever we are going through transition, when we are going through change, we can always have this desire for security kicking in, and we can sometimes look back and think, oh, before was so much better. Because we are not yet seeing that we'll become beautiful butterflies. And we haven't yet faith that something greater will happen to us. So think about it. Sometimes going through change is going through a chrysalis that you are not seeing at this stage. The third point that I would like to bring is something that I actually wrote recently about dating and relationships. And I made an analogy that when you are quitting a relationship, it's like quitting the orbit of one planet. You no longer respond to the law of gravity, and you are into space. And once you are into space, there's no gravity applying to you. You are in your new default mode. And since we are kids, we are not used to be into space. We have the love of our parents at first. Then finally, when we find love from a relationships, when this relationship stop, we are back into this empty space. And at that moment, it feels like void. It feels like emptiness. But what if void and emptiness was just the default mode for each of us? And it's something, instead of being afraid by it, we should all welcome it, embrace it, and see what there is to take. It's also a time for us where we could simply have fun. We have the flexibility to go and explore any of the planets. Look at the astronauts. They really enjoy playing with objects where gravity don't apply to them. It's also a time for you to learn new things. So yeah, think about it. Change is also just being into space, being in this default mode. And it's not bad, it's not good. You have the flexibility to travel wherever you want, where you will have new opportunities. The fourth point is about the nature of human. We are very specific as human. We only want to make the change. We only want to transform our own self only if we are sure of the expected outcome. Let me give you an example. If you were sure to land a 6-digit job in the next 3 months, I can guarantee you that you will go through these 3 months very relaxed, very peaceful, and you will not worry so much. But if now I tell you have to go through 6 months and you will land a job that you really like, but I don't give you more detail than that. You might have all your worries coming up, knocking at the door. How much will I make? What will be that job? I will like it, but how much will I like it? Is it convenient? Is it far away from where I live? Do you need a home office? All those questions for security are kicking off. But if I will tell you, you will land the perfect job and I answer to all the parameters I was mentioning before, chances are you will be very relaxed and embrace this transition, this period of change. Which lead me to the fifth point, which is the law of attraction. I don't know if you're familiar with the law of attraction, but basically it says that you attract the things that are equal to your internal state, to your internal vibration. So if you feel secure, if you feel positive, and you know that something great is coming your way, this is also what you put as an energy field into the world, and this is what you will attract. But the opposite, if you're insecure, if you're unsure, if you think that jobs at the moment are less good than they were, if you think that relationships, they are not as secure as they are because people are now toxic or whatsoever, you're going to attract whatever you put into the world, whatever your belief system are. So think about it. Even though you don't know what you will get, you still have to have that mindset, that positive and forward thinking, that greater thing will happen to you. You are just not seeing it. You're just a butterfly that doesn't know yet that is going through chrysalis. To conclude, I would like to share 2 quotes that I think can summarize well what is a period of change for all of us. This very first quote is from a new friend that I met last time I went to Bali. Anna, if you're seeing that video, cheers. I love that quote. She said that ends are new beginning in disguise. Another one that I'm taking, that I saved on my phone, is what looks like stillness is often movement unfolding quietly. I hope that these 2 quotes will help you getting a new perspective about change, and I look forward to hear what you thought about that episode. I won't lie, there is some part I might cut or not, let's see, but I'm also embracing change with this new format. Stay tuned. I will also release the episode about resolutions. Cheers.